Well, I'm not in my 20s anymore, but if I were, I would definitely be playing Frederick Social Sports. And it's not just for the 20 somethings, actually. It's just because I'm not so active anymore. But I am here with Michelle, one of the founders of Frederick's Social Sports. And boy, you guys are into everything sports. There's kickball, cornhole, bowling, bocce. I even saw skee ball, I think.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me about kind of the Frederick Social Sports getting started and kind of where you guys are today.
So it actually started in Montgomery County. My husband at the time, my boyfriend, his family was starting this whole concept of social sports. And what kind of inspired it was I had moved to Urbana probably right after I graduated from high school. And I was continuously driving down to Montgomery County. And they're like, well, why don't we do something in our hometown? And
Mm.
we know enough people to start that. So they did. As I'm still driving from Urbana, and I'm like, they don't have something like this in Frederick. And from a player standpoint, like I loved it. Like I met so many lifelong friends. Some of them
Mm.
were even in my wedding. And so I was like, what are your thoughts on doing something like this in Frederick? Because I feel like it's missing. And they were like, if you want to go ahead and head that up, go right ahead. And so I did. And that was back in 2011.
Wow.
And here we are 13 years later. We started with one season of dodgeball, and it just kind of snowballed over the years. That one's my favorite. So I was like,
Yeah.
we have to start with dodgeball. And it's, we've been adding programs ever since.
Yeah, and you guys really now it's a how many members do you have in Frederick Social Sports that have participated any one time or another?
I would say easily over 3,000.
Wow, that
Yeah,
is
in all
unbelievable.
sports. Yep. We have, I think at this point, we have around 11 different programs going on. And, you had said at the beginning, you're not active anymore. But I mean, we have things that tailor to that market of people that are like not competitive anymore. So we have like cornhole and like
Yeah.
darts and t-ball. So
Yeah, those things I would definitely participate in for sure. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The name says it all. It's social, right? So when I've seen you guys out at an event or whatever, it really is kind of like this big family of people that just want to have a good time and maybe get some physical activity or just be out amongst like-minded people and have some fun.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's different levels in each sport. We have a social divisions, we have competitive divisions for people that are still in that mind space. But I mean, myself, I'm more of a social player. So you'll find me on the Thursday night in the social division for softball.
Right.
Um, so I feel like, all walks of life can find something to do in Frederick Social Sports for sure.
Yes, yes. So, what are some of the other sports that you guys have? And it kind of rotates throughout the seasons, obviously.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Do you guys do pickleball now?
We do. We had our first season last summer,
Okay.
and we ended up with about 12 teams to start. So that was a good start. I feel like I typically don't start a league unless we have at least six.
Right.
Not too repetitive playing the same people, but we have it coming back. Starts in June. I want to say,
Mm.
I think I wrote it down, June 2nd. So
Okay.
registration is ongoing for that right now.
Yeah, I might have to look into that. I've never played before though, so then that makes me nervous. But
Well, I will say there's definitely a lot of more advanced pickleballers out there, but I
yeah.
found that in this league, it was a lot of beginners, people that were
Okay.
wanting to try it out, which I
Yeah.
really liked because, you know, I want people to feel comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now the process is so if you're interested in participating, you go to your website, which I'll make sure is on
Mhm.
the screen, and you just
Yep.
register and well, probably best just to register so that you get all the information from you guys, right?
Yep, you can register as a captain, you can bring a team, you can register as a free agent, and we can assign you to a team or actually combine you with other free agents or groups that don't have a team. So, if you just moved into the area and you just
Yeah,
want
that's
to fit in,
great. What a great
yeah,
way to meet people.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of like forced matchmaking, but in a
I
good
mean,
way.
it beats if you want to, meet new people and skip the whole online dating thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it
This
definitely
works.
beats being picked last in the schoolyard, right? You just get assigned there. You do the picking. Nobody has to worry about that.
Exactly, exactly.
So you guys are also quite involved in the community. I
Mhm.
know at my previous role, you guys stepped up and helped us put together a cornhole tournament and ran the whole thing, and it was fabulous. But also giving back to charity. I know you guys have been very generous in that way as
Mhm.
well. You were telling me about an event coming up in July.
Yes, so we're doing a kickball tournament July 20th at Ballinger Creek Park, and this will benefit the Sleep in Heavenly Peace Foundation. And so we did it last year for them. It was wonderful. They were very gracious, and so we're sticking with them again this year.
Yeah, and that's an excellent nonprofit here in Frederick that helps builds
Hmm.
beds for kids so
Yes,
they're
I
not.
love that. I love it. I
Yes.
fell in love. I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. What do you feel like is the future for Frederick Social Sports?
Um, I think that we'll continue to add new programs. I know soccer is definitely in the pipeline. When people register, we do ask what other sports or events they're interested in. So we're always kind of keeping an eye out for what the community is looking for. Um, Long term, I would love to have our own facility where we can run our indoor sports and outdoor sports, kind of like a FISC, but with an outdoor option. But that's the road. But that's the end goal.
Yeah, well, I think most of Frederick would agree with you there. What and speaking of that, I guess, so right now you guys have to make use of parks and
Hmm.
recreation facilities and things
Yep.
like that. And is it
Hmm.
all over Frederick County or do you guys kind of have a home park area for some of the sports?
A lot of our outdoor sports are ran out of Pine Cliff. We have football in Urbana, and then, but definitely within like 5 to 10 miles of downtown Frederick is where we kind of run all of our games at this point.
Okay. Yeah, that's not so bad. Centrally located.
Yeah.
What's one big challenge that you've run into over the last 12, 13 years of having Frederick Social Sports?
Biggest challenge, space. Um,
Yeah.
Fighting over
Yeah.
the space to have the fields to run the sports. And over time, we've been able to kind of graduate into other fields and other parks, but that's definitely been the biggest challenge is
Yeah, I
figuring
can.
out where we can fit to be able to provide this for people.
Yeah. Is there any like key moment over the past 12 years that you can kind of say, it really, you could kind of put the pin in it in your memory bank and say that was really cool?
I mean, the experience for me overall, I not only do I run it, but I am a player too. So I have a lot of pinned memories of just the amazing people that I've met, the friendships that have grown from this. I mean, nothing specific stands out because there's
Yeah.
been so many.
Yeah, well, that's kind of cool too, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that is, something cool that you can, take with you always. Do you find most people play multiple sports and participate all year long, or do you have kind of people that come and go with the seasons?
There's definitely a solid handful of people that play in multiple sports.
Yeah.
Especially like I feel like the competitive people stick to like the football and the dodgeball and then maybe the competitive divisions of this softball. But they definitely keep coming back. Our turnover is low, so
Yeah,
it's good.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. If there was one thing you wanted people to walk away with knowing about Frederick Social Sports, what would that be?
Try it. Don't be intimidated by the word sports. Okay.
Are you talking directly to me?
You and a lot of people out there because they're like sports. I don't do sports, and it's you know yes, it's in the title, but there's so much more to it than just a sport.
Yeah.
And we've touched on that with the social aspect and the fact that there are low intensity sports like the cornhole and the darts and things that you can just try and just meet new people. And I say give it a try. Don't
Yes.
don't let it intimidate you.
That's great advice actually. And
Yeah.
I think, just the emphasis is on the social part and for some of the especially non-competitive social games, for sure. We have to get out and play. And we'll make sure the website is up. If you're
Mhm.
interested, register and make sure you go out and support the tournament in July for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Can just the general public can come and support that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We run raffles, 50/50s. We have food trucks come, so we definitely encourage spectators to come check it out.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So we will be out there and we'll make sure that's on our calendar, July 20th, for that softball tournament to benefit Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Michelle, we appreciate the time today. And
Thank you.
one of these days, I promise, like I
Yes,
said,
I
skee
want to
ball,
see you
maybe
out there.
pickleball. Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there. All right. Thanks so much.
All right.